I'm Action.
I'm Set. And this is our Labor Day weekend video. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
So I suppose you're wondering where Roll is. Just like last year, he is completely busy at the current time, and we actually have not heard from him in about 3 weeks. Work consumes his life, usually around this time of year. It's Labor Day weekend. It seems like just yesterday I was preparing to go down to Strasburg for the first time in 2 years to begin my summer with the Red Ball Express. And while it seemed like this summer got off to a slow start with a lot of just generic rail fanning videos around Western New York, our summer kind of picked up and kind of just ended 2 days ago with me chasing the Frisco 1630, finally giving it that proper chase we didn't give it last year.
It seemed like Memorial Day weekend was a couple of weeks ago.
And it's hard to believe that this is the first time in 10 years the Arcade Attica 18 has been, well, indisposed for the whole
commission.
It was just announced a few weeks ago that it's going to be disposed, for the whole 2018 season, and hopefully we'll see it next year. But,
hopefully, because it's a beautiful engine.
It was a very slow start this year, because last year, we went to, at the start of the summer, we went to a night at the Railway Museum, we went to the Buffalo Naval Park, and, I went out to Arcade to chase the 18. But this summer, it was about, as for Memorial Day weekend, it was just 2 months, and something I just want to put out a disclaimer again. I will not just randomly go shoot regular rail fanning videos on a weekly basis, because number one, they didn't get that much views, not that we care about views. But number two is just the amount of effort that was putting to shooting them just for filler video. It was just basically how it said, filler video. But I think we had some real highlights this summer. Moving away from that, I finally got to see the Norfolk and Western 475. Got to properly chase Strasburg, which we missed last time.
I think the biggest highlight of this summer was our trip to Denver.
Which was a lot of fun, even though it had a pretty bad start with the plane getting canceled.
Well, that kind of thing happens, and it could have been worse, let's be honest.
But like Action just said over here, I finally got to see my favorite steam locomotive after all these years, and even though there was a tragedy, that so far, if you have yet to see the video, that is my favorite chase we've done.
And it's if you haven't had a chance to see it, it is a gorgeous engine.
And well, getting to see the 475 and the 844 within literally a few days is actually quite interesting, because for those who know, as I've said before, I grew up with Shining Time Station. It was my favorite show growing up as a kid. The 844 was the original Rainbow Sun. The Grand Canyon Railway 18 was the second and only played the part for an episode. And the last Rainbow Sun was the 475. It was quite interesting to see the last Rainbow Sun first, and then to be able to see the original Rainbow Sun. Even in Denver, even though that was the main point, I mean, we did go and see a lot of other things in Denver. We plane spotted for the first time at another airport.
At a major international airport.
We went to the Colorado Railroad Museum, the Forney Museum of Transportation.
Saw Wings Over the Rockies, which is an amazing museum, right in former Lowry Air Force Base. Go check it out.
And just on top of that, I mean, they had a Snoopy airplane, an X-Wing from Star Wars. It wasn't for the hardcore plane fan. There was really something there for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I think, honestly, the whole highlight this summer for me was obviously seeing the 844. Said earlier, and I'll repeat it again, it was interesting to see the locomotive from Shining Time Station in person. I couldn't get over how loud it was. I think that was the number one shocking thing for me, because hearing a deep tone whistle like that on the 1630 and the 611 before, I didn't think 844 would be that loud, and then I was proven wrong. But also going out to the Huckleberry Railroad for their Railfan Weekend, even though I spent a day there, and even getting able to chase the Iowa Interstate 6988, that's the American QJ, the one that was Americanized. Seeing that in person, just seeing the pictures of it doesn't do that locomotive justice. Not every locomotive I say that about, but seeing the 6988 in person, you gotta go see it. I hope the Central Steam States Preservation Association can definitely do more excursions with the 6988, and wrapping up this summer with the 1630 was awesome. Labor Day weekend, I went out and chased the Frisco 1630 on the Labor Day weekend runs, and when originally talking with the steam crew, it sounded like they were only going to do about 4 to 5 runs depending on the demand. I really lucked out because they did about 7 or 8 runs, so I was able to get the shots that I wanted to. I was able to ride, and I even got those night shots of the 1630, which really was just spectacular. The Labor Day weekend is the weekend to go to the Illinois Railway Museum. What also made it for me cool too was I got to see Lake Superior and Ishpeming number 35, which is Lake Superior and Ishpeming number 34 sister. And for anyone that knows about the story of the 34, it eventually became the Western Maryland 734 in 1993. So I suppose you're wondering, do we have any more adventures planned for this year? The answer is yes. Stay tuned. There will be more steam locomotives. Well, that's pretty much about it, my schedule for the rest of the year. I will be pretty much busy editing probably the rest of the year.
Like always.
All these videos, and well, just stay tuned because I'm actually getting ready to go on my next chase in about a week and a half. So anyhow, hope you enjoy your Labor Day.
And if you want to see more, please like and subscribe.
And yeah, that too, but hope you enjoy your Labor Day. Hope you have a great fall because I know we're going to have one.
I'm Action.
I'm Set.